Good afternoon. I am Vanessa with the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online, Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, COVID cases recorded in several schools in South Trinidad. Woman killed while trying to cross highway. Fire at the Aviation Museum causes $15 million in losses, and internationally, many Americans struggle to pay their utility bills, may soon have their services shut off as energy prices soar and moratoriums end. And now the news in detail. 3 schools in South Trinidad have reported COVID-19 cases. At the Tulsa Trace Hindu School, 1 child in the infant department tested positive after falling sick in school last Wednesday. At the Penal Rock Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha Hindu Primary School, 2 infant students tested positive, while a teacher and a pupil from the Al Huda Education Primary School in Marabella also tested positive. The schools have been sanitized, and principals have issued advisories to parents that if their child is experiencing flu-like symptoms and fever, to keep your child or children at home. Principals are assuring that the safety of all students remains the #1 priority. Meanwhile, Acting General Secretary of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Vijay Maharaj, confirmed the cases but noted that there was no outbreak. Maharaj said teachers have been instructed where possible to take the children out on the playing field and allow them 10 minutes to breathe without the masks. Last week, 7 pupils from the San Fernando Asha Primary School and 1 from the Dayanand Memorial Primary School tested positive for the virus. A woman was killed while trying to cross the highway Saturday night. The incident took place around 8:45 p.m. along the westbound lane of the Churchill Roosevelt Highway under the Grand Bazaar overpass. The woman was attempting to cross the highway when she was hit by a black Toyota Hilux driven by a 53-year-old man. The woman's body was thrown and badly mangled following the impact. Police gave the following description of the victim: African descent, clad in blue 3/4 jeans and a black and white top. A fire at the Chagaramas Military and Aviation Museum has caused an estimated $15 million in losses, according to museum owner Linda Kelshal. The fire broke out shortly after 1 p.m. Saturday at a structure at the back of the main building that housed the museum's library and where several members of the Kelshal family lived. The family lost everything. They had contracted a company to demolish a part of the structure that was dilapidated and was told that something sparked during the demolition process and fire engulfed the structure. The fire spread to the living quarters. Everything, including the museum's library, was destroyed. The main museum building and artifacts stored there was not damaged. Fire officials have not yet determined the cause of the blaze. The museum, founded by Gaylord Kelshal, a former officer in the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard and a former pilot, houses a collection of memorabilia, including uniforms, ammunition, and radio equipment used by soldiers in World Wars I and II. It boasts of storing some 500 years of Trinidad and Tobago history. International news now. Many low-income Americans have been finding it difficult to pay their utility bills, and those who have been protected from losing heat over the winter by state-based annual moratoriums are facing shutoffs as memorandums come to an end. With the cost of energy skyrocketing, consumers are having to deal with the cost of bigger utility bills. As of March, the price for natural gas is 21.6% higher than it was a year earlier, while electricity is up 11.1% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics data. The price of heating oil and propane is also up 70.1%. At the same time, the increased cost of food, housing and gasoline are making it difficult for some families' ability to pay their natural gas, heating oil and electric bills. Many utilities are offering more generous repayment or forgiveness programs, and many folks who lose service are later reconnected. They are entering repayment plans, receive assistance or borrow from friends or payday lenders to deal with their overdue bills. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: COVID cases recorded in several schools in South Trinidad. Woman killed while trying to cross highway. Fire at the Aviation Museum causes $15 million in losses, and internationally, many Americans who struggle to pay their utility bills may soon have their services shut off as energy prices soar and moratoriums end. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas.